Alright, so this first go is at a simple flight path. I've organised my scene with a missile object, a cube which will act as my flight path, which I should probably name properly, and excuse me, a source object and a destination object. So going into geometry nodes, I've already created a geometry node set for this, and I'm going to need my source location, my destination, and this is designed to create a simple flight path from one place to another, and I'll also need my missile for later on. So now to create the line that connects the two, I'm going to search up, actually just going to go add curve, a primitive Bezier segment, giving the start location and the end location. Connect that to our resulting geometry, and we have this line here that goes from this point to that point in a sort of rough guided sort of way. If I do grab it, I can twist it around like that, so it's not perfect yet. Well, it's not even close, and that's mainly because the start handled both at 0.5, and so this way it should actually work a little better now. So grabbing that, oh no, it still twists because the handles point back towards 0. So you might need to develop a fudge factor in here to make it sort of point roughly in the direction of that one. But this is just my first experiment at doing this. Then we sample the curve to work out where along it we want to be. We need to then transform the geometry. I'm going to just dump that there, because we're going to take our missile object, plug that into our geometry. I'll hide the original one here. Take the position of this sampled curve and put that into the transform. We also want to take the rotation so it flies along it. If I just connect this up, you should see it. There it is. And if we do the factor, it'll go from one to the other. Great. Now we need to actually make it align properly, so this will take a line Euler to vector, and whoops, so we take the tangent of this, plug it into the vector, plug that into the rotation of that, and reconnect this thing that I just happened to disconnect there. Okay, now this one should work on the z-axis to follow it along, because the original was pointing up. And yep. So we can also rescale the little thing as big as we need and that sort of stuff. And the rest of this would be just plugging in what you need in terms of parts of this flight path. So to get this as a nice little control, I can actually use a map range to take the initial value, the from min, and the from max, hit N just so I can explain what those are, and put that into my factor over here, so that this value here is the control. And what we can do is, for the groups on this geometry node setup, we can give them some clear names. Source, oops, target, frame, start frame, end frame. Now these are all meant to be integers because the frame count is always an integer. Current frame. Alright, and then of course I want to also plug in the actual missile object as well. And that's pretty much it. A nice simple, so if I have a start frame of 1 and end frame of 35, let's say, let's just actually do a start frame of 4. So as this progresses up, it won't start moving until frame 4, and we get it to go to strike at 35.